Hey guys, welcome back to the second episode of Make That Paint Shine. On the first episode, what we did was we took my 98 Jetta TDI, 17-year-old car, and I showed you how to use Chemical Guys Citrus washing gloss at a dilution ratio of 1 ounce per 1 gallon of water to strip the wax and sealant off of the car. The second step is the step that I'm going to show you today. Now most people would probably take that step that we did and go ahead and clay bar the car, and that's okay to do, but I want to make sure that every bit of that Adams machine sealant is off the paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use an IPA solution right here. What I've got is a Rubbermaid Professional. It's a heavy-duty solvent bottle. I've got a 50-50 mixture of distilled water and 70% isopropyl alcohol. You can get that isopropyl alcohol at any drugstore, grocery store, hardware store, just about anywhere. Go ahead and make that mixture up and make sure to shake it to distribute it good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to spray each panel, and I'm going to take a very soft microfiber towel. This is a 300-gram microfiber towel. And we're going to go ahead and wipe the car down with this solution. We're going to wipe the whole car down. Only the paint and the glass and wherever the machine sealant is. I'm going to try not to hit the trim because my rubber trim is old and it's starting to fluff off a little bit. So what this is going to do for us is make sure that there's no trace of any type of sealant left or wax or anything on the car. This will allow our claying process, which is step 3, to be much more effective because all of the wax and sealant are off the car. I'm going to show you how to do this. This is very simple to do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take my bottle of IPA solution. Remember, it's just isopropyl and distilled water. And I'm going to spray the hood and just take my microfiber cloth. I'm going to go ahead and fold it in 4s. And all we're doing again is just wiping the solution off. I like to wipe in straight lines so as not to have any chance of putting any additional scratches in here. Not that the buffing process won't remove it, but it will. Okay, and what you're going to notice when you feel this, even though the paint looks really clean, you're going to notice that it's very hard to drag your hand across the surface because usually what you're probably used to is the wax or sealant giving some lubrication to allow you to do that. And I'm going to do like this. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe the entire car down except any of the rubber trim, glass, headlights, everything. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so here we are 10 minutes later. I've wiped the entire car down with our IPA solution. And I don't know how well the camera is going to pick up the condition of the paint. Not a lot of swirls, but keep in mind this is original paint. It is 17 years old. There are some light scratches in there and some pitting. That may or may not come out. But, you know, for 17-year-old paint that sat outside its entire life, pretty darn good. I want you to hear this. Alright, that's what paint sounds like and feels like when there's absolutely no protection on here. I went over, again, the entire car, and there's still a little bit of moisture here. I do have a space here where the clear coat's actually, for whatever reason, decided to give up the ghost. And there's a little place here. But aside from that, the paint is in remarkably good shape. Volkswagen has some pretty hard clear coat on their paint. So a lot of pitting in here. That's probably going to be from the acid rain. If I wanted to take this to the ultimate limit, I would probably wet sand this. That's not going to happen, and the reason that you don't really see much of this is because it's white. There's a Small scratch right there. But anyway, so we've completely stripped it with the IPA solution on this step. Now the next step, in the next episode, we're going to clay bar the entire car, but I'm not going to use a clay bar. I'm going to use the Nano Skin Auto Scrub Pad, and I may use the Speedy Prep Sponge, and then some areas, you know, they're around here that I can't get the pad, I may pull out the clay bar. But, I don't know why the bee's in here. But anyway, so I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Just remember, your paint may not be as in good a shape as this, but we're going to get the paint on your car looking as good as we possibly can. So stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be clay barring this car to get it ready for our paint sealant.